I feel like I'm the better guy overall, all around. That's just me. I don't care what the fans think, what casuals think, or what box people think about it. When I'm looking at myself and what I have to offer and what he has to offer, I feel like I'm more of an all around fighter.
Does that include punching power too? Because that's definitely one of the areas he's looked at the strongest.
What exactly? That's one of the areas he looked at the strongest. So it's like that's why I say I'm an all around fighter. Like and like in basketball, you have the athletic build, you have score slasher, or you have all around. I'm all around. He's more so the athletic build, as far as known for the knockouts. So I feel like when you have a guy that's known for knockouts, they tend to feel comfortable with that and they look for that. But when you have an all-around fighter, you could do whatever, and that's a dangerous fighter to deal with. And of course, I have the power as well. That's why none of my opponents continue to come in. The only person that kept coming in was Brandon. And he's a different type of fighter. But people underestimate it till they feel my pop.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So that was Stephen Fulton, what he said to Fight Hype. Now, and there's been a recent controversy when it comes to how Inoue puts on his raps, but I think that situation is going to completely get resolved. What you guys have to understand is this fight is much, much bigger in Japan than it is in America. When it comes to Japan, this is possibly the biggest fight ever in Japanese history when it comes to boxing. So I don't believe there's any way Japan would allow this fight to fall apart. Now, the reason why this fight is not that big in America is because America is terrified that the American is actually going to win this fight. At least the American old media and the rest of the race fans. This was a fight that they never wanted. This was a fight that they never expected would ever come to fruition. They thought, in a way, he would just stay at 118, continue to beat up no-name fighters, and they could just continue calling him the best fighter in the world and possibly the greatest fighter of all time. They felt they would never have to deal with Inoue dealing with a dangerous American threat. And their nightmare has come true. At least this is the perception. Now, I want to go back to what you just heard Stephen Fulton say in that clip I played for you, which brings me to the main point that I want to bring up. Now, you guys heard Stephen Fulton say when it comes to Inoue, he's a guy that's used to getting knockouts. So he tends to look for that. Watching Inoue and Stephen Fulton meet face-to-face for the very first time, if picture says 1,000 words, then video footage says 1,000,000. And after watching Stephen Fulton and Inoue stand on stage right next to each other without even looking at each other, I just get the feeling that Inoue, he does not have that much respect for Stephen Fulton. And he truly feels that his power is going to offset whatever it is that Stephen Fulton is planning on doing. His boxing ability, his jab, his range and defense, it's not going to matter. This is the way I truly feel Inoue is looking at this fight. And that's what Stephen Fulton was saying when he said, you know, when you're used to getting knockouts, you tend to look for the knockout. Just going off of Inoue's body language and his energy, he seems to be extremely confident going into this fight. In the very last video that I made about Inoue, I talked about, or at least I quoted Inoue and what he said about Stephen Fulton the other day. He said Stephen Fulton focuses on boxing and not too much raw power or trying to get the knockout. He mainly focuses on going the distance. He said he doesn't believe Stephen Fulton will exchange with him at all. He doesn't want a confrontation, a physical confrontation in the fight. Now, either Inoue is completely setting himself up for failure or he knows something that we don't know. Because Inoue is talking about Stephen Fulton as if he's Paul Butler. For any of you guys that don't know who Paul Butler is, that was Inoue's last opponent. Well, Inoue is about to find out very soon that Stephen Fulton is no Paul Butler. He's no Nonito Donaire. Inoue is definitely in the big leagues now, and we're going to see how he deals with it next Tuesday. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
NWA Cane Corsos proudly presents the Southern Classic Litter. The breeding between Scandafio's Rambo and NWA's Nyla is confirmed, and pups will be here within 30 days. Get ahead of the pack by getting your application in at nwacanecorsos.com. Our pups come with a 24-month health guarantee. Contact us on any platform at NWA Cane Corsos. We stand behind our dogs.
All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers. And this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo-Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.